that big serve.
Absolutely, plays the big point so well. That's really what separated him around the last 10 years. And that's a gutsy play there to go for the second serve to the forehand. Just naturally, you want to go for the backhand, but Simmerink is less consistent on that forehand side. That was a good decision there. If he chooses to kick it out to the forehand once again. Not a real natural serve to hit to the second. He'd prefer to probably go up the middle.
Yeah, you're right. To the forehand, and Simmerink handcuffed. 2 points from the match is Boris Becker.
Simmerink probably should have stood over to, you know, try to run around his forehand. Force Becker to serve to the backhand. Now you might see him try to slice this out wide and surprise Simmerink.
A missed hit from Becker that Jan Simmerink thought was going to sail wide.
They did exactly the opposite of what I said. Served a big bomb up the middle, and Simmerink was ready for it, and he knows he should have won that point. A good low return, slight miss hit that surprised Becker. You got to hit that if there's any doubt, and Simmerink knows it. Cannot believe he let that one go.
Well, that will be a memorable point, and sadly so for the 25-year-old Dutchman.
Becker, 3 sets to 1, 2-6, 6-2, 6-2, 6-4.
So yesterday, Boris Becker gets a wake-up call in that first set and then goes on 2-2 and 4. He loves Wimbledon, and since his heroics of 10 years ago, they certainly love Boris Becker, and he'll be supported as he moves through the championships. That indeed was his 59th match win here at Wimbledon, tied for McEnroe for 5th. He goes for 60 tomorrow against a big guy that no one knows much about, a lucky loser, just lucky to even be in the draw, and here he is playing Becker in the 4th round.
Including myself.
Dick Norman.
Dick Norman. Who the heck is that? Is he related to Greg? I don't know, but he's 6'8", like you said. He's left-handed and automatically on grass. That makes him dangerous. First round beat defending an old champ, Pat Cash, 87. Two-time champ Stefan Edberg in the next round. Todd Woodbridge, who's won some majors in doubles. So this guy can apparently play, but he's in for a different story against Boris Becker, because Boris Becker's a big server. The other players aren't.
But Becker, be warned, he's already knocked off 2 ex-Wimbledon champions and looks for a threesome against Becker tomorrow. That'll be one of the many matches that we'll be covering from Wimbledon tomorrow in our 5 hours of coverage. Maybe the best day in tennis. Everyone plays, all the men, all the women that are left in this championship. But more on Becker now. Boris Becker, the big redhead, it was 10 years ago that at age 17 became the youngest man ever to claim the Wimbledon singles crown. For Becker, more successes followed, as did the increasing weight of expectations. Bud Collins went to the source to review the Becker decade.
My performance speaks for itself for the past 10 years here, and I feel like every year when I'm healthy, when I'm able to give it a try and a good shot, I have a chance to do well here.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Thank you.
It's a long way back, and yet it seems very recent to me.
Well, it may seem recent to you. It seems a long time for me. You know, that I won here for the first time. You know, it's only been 10 years, but I've played so many matches. I went through so many, especially in Wimbledon. You know, so many close times. I was out of tournament, and I managed to win it another 2 times, and I managed the final a few times, and it seems much longer ago than only 10 years.
But what a decade. If I may be rude, you were pretty much a bumpkin in 1985 when you came in here. A kid.
Yeah, 17. You're supposed to be a kid at 17.
A man of the world now, married, a father. You've had your ups and downs. What has been the most difficult part of this decade, do you think?
Keeping, all the ups and downs in perspective, not believing so much what other people write about you or what other people tell to you. Very few people actually understand what a player like me go through in matches or then in daily lives. Because I'm so famous, I can't really go anywhere. Just as a private Mr. Boris Becker, everybody follows each step, and so it's very hard for many people to understand some of the things I do or I say.
An admired champion, but last year he was naughty. Took a bathroom break, met his trainer there, strictly against the rules. Held up opponents, played mind games, and this year intimated that Thomas Booster had taken drugs. For that, he was fined $20,000, yet he's the Atlas who holds up Germany's sports fans. He could do no wrong for them.
There was a strong burden on my shoulders, and so at times I couldn't carry it. I didn't want to carry it. All of a sudden I was that hero, which I didn't want to be. I just wanted to be a tennis player and do things 17 or 18-year-old guy wants to do, but people all of a sudden expected me to talk about the German history and the politicians and all those kind of things, and I didn't have a clue what to say really. But I somehow managed my way. I never really lost it, and but there were times, especially in my teenager years, where I thought this can't go on forever. This burden. There has to be a way where I could live a more of a normal life.
Despite all the turmoil, he still finds haven and refuge in the game that he took up as a child in Lyman, Germany.
Well, it comes down to the fact that I really love this game. It's something I don't have to force myself to do. I love playing tennis. I love keeping in shape, and it's probably the only thing I do just to be better than most people. In all the other areas, I'm just average. Where I know I'm tennis, just very few people are better than me. And it's something I'd like to keep for as long as possible.